little about how you go through a cycle of life, an up and a down, and an area of confusion, and how do I feel now? How should I feel? How's that? As far as initially when you're told, at first I sort of thought, well, I've got cancer, no big deal, until the real facts and the story began to evolve. But I knew that you could fight cancer, so I wasn't too worried. When I got stage 4 cancer, my eyes opened up even more, and I said, okay, now I've got a term limit. So, and it became something very, very, I worried about my kids. I worried about my family. I started doing things to tell them what to do if I'm not around, and how I want them to do good for them. You know, you start to think way ahead, and then setting up things for, you don't like that, but that's what happens. Robin, what did you think?
I got a lecture today before the webinar that I needed to learn to do this on my own. So,
well, when I get this, I said, Robin, could you help me set up the webinar instead of me doing it? But it never occurs, so I just did it. You know what I mean? So I love technology, and I love doing things, and we're sort of off track here for you, but I got to watch over them too. And I said, I got to guide and direct you, but you got to be ready, and you have to start doing what I do.
I'm going to add to that. I wish, and this is not just because Mac has breast cancer, you know, because women have breast cancer, and a lot of women have breast cancer. I wish that someone had told me that 30% of early stagers metastasize, and the reality of breast cancer. I had the delusion that with all of the, you know, races for a cure and all of the people celebrating our great, you know, advances in breast cancer, I wish someone had told me that we really haven't made those great advances. And I wish someone had told me that when they boast the high rate of, you know, 5-year survival, that they're actually counting my husband and you who have terminal cancer. And so that rate that looks so great isn't so great. I just wish that the breast cancer community and the breast cancer nonprofits were truthful about this disease, and stop painting it in such a highlight, making it seem like we've done so much when we have done so very little. And my last little rant on that is, while we're at MD Anderson, we were talking to a radiologist, and I was talking about you know, liquid biopsies and sequencing, and she said that they get around her colleagues, and they talk about how that breast cancer is further behind other cancers in that matter. And I can't believe that, because breast cancer is the most funded cancer, and the reason that is we have invested in prevention instead of investing in treating. So I wish someone had told me that, because I think we would have started fighting this and making changes about this a long time, and we're just now starting to make people aware of that. And I think that is something that I wish someone had told me.